What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1997 movie Amistad. So in this movie, a group of slaves who are being taken to America, they were kidnapped from their home in Africa, and they're being taken to America, and they do a mutiny on the ship that they're on, and end up killing most of the people on the ship, and they end up trying to go back to Africa, but things happen and they end up in America and are having to be on trial due to their murders and stuff, and they're fighting to get their freedom back because they weren't even supposed to be taken to America. They were people that were just picked up there, are picked up to be taken there, and so they're trying to get their freedom so they can try to go back to Africa. This isn't one of my favorite Steven Spielberg movies. It's not a terrible movie or anything, but it's definitely not one of his best and everything. It just could have been a lot better. The movie's 2 hours and 34 minutes long, and the runtime really drags and everything. The pacing is just really slow, but it does have its good moments, like Sink, who is the main slave, the head of them pretty much. It was played by Jimon Hunsu, and he's really great in this movie. He gives a really great performance. And Anthony Hopkins as John Quincy Adams is really great too. He gives a really great performance in this movie, and both of them are really good in here. They're the highlights of the acting in this movie. Matthew McConaughey and Morgan Freeman are in here, but they don't really have a lot to do in this movie. I was really disappointed in that. Like, Morgan Freeman got top billing and stuff, and he's not even hardly in this movie. But the cast in here are good, but could be better. John Williams' score is pretty much the highlight of the movie. It's one of his most underrated scores. He just really did a great job in this movie. I absolutely love his music in this. And the costumes and sets are all pretty good. They really make the movie feel like it makes it feel authentic to the time that it's set and everything. So I thought that was really great. And like the makeup effects they use on the actors and stuff, and their hair and wigs and stuff was all really good. So on a technical standpoint, this is a really good movie, and it does have some pretty good scenes, like when Sink is doing the thing where he's saying the thing about being free and stuff. Give me free is, I think, what he says over and over again. But that scene is really good, really emotional scene. And other scenes are like some of the flashback scenes where he's talking about the stuff that happened to his wife and stuff. Those scenes are really well done. And like the opening of this movie is really great. It has a really great opening, really brutal stuff. Not as brutal as Schindler's List, thank goodness, but it's still really got a brutal opening when the slaves are attacking all the people in there and killing them and stuff. It's really brutal, but at the same time you're kind of like, yeah, you go for it, dude. Those scenes were still, that scene was really good. And the scene where Sink and one of the other slaves are reading the Bible and talking about it and stuff, I thought that was a really great scene. It's just a little scene in this movie, but it's a really great one. And I think Steven Spielberg did a good job directing, although I do agree with a lot of people that it should have been done by a different director, maybe been written a little bit different to focus more on the slave characters than the people doing the court stuff and everything, because that's the way it was advertised. This was like supposed to be about them trying to get their freedom, and this movie is more follows the people who are trying to help them and stuff. I think it could have been better written, and the historical inaccuracies is also takes this movie down a little bit and everything. So it's not a terrible movie, but it's easily not one of Steven Spielberg's best movies. Every other movie he's done in the 90s are way better than this out of the ones I've watched so far, and the only other one I have left from the 90s that I haven't reviewed yet is Saving Private Ryan. Now, I'll talk more about that movie when I get to it. I'll probably review it in the next day or two. But yeah, I like Amistad. I think it could have been a lot better, could have been a lot worse. It's an okay movie. And so I'd say I'd give it a 7 out of 10. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Amistad. Do you think it's one of Spielberg's worst movies like most people do? Do you think it's one of his best? Let me know in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.